Let's get into this video very quickly here. Today's topic, we're going to how to overcome gambling addiction losses. How to overcome gambling addiction losses. Now, there's of course, there's two sides to every coin, right? There's two types of gamblers, or should we say there's three? In this case, we'll stick with two. The gambler, the problem gambler that wants to absolutely quit, get away from it all, move away as far away from gambling and everything that goes along with gambling as soon as possible. And then there's the other person, there's the other problem gambler that kind of drags along, and he's also, he has a lot of losses. That person also has to overcome gambling addiction losses. We talk about 4 exercises and one quick call to action. So 4 exercises I'm going to share with you here. Once again, the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator, Santos Rolon Jr., Stockton, California, soldiersofselfmastery.com. Your addiction losses might be different than mine, or Susie's addiction losses compared to Bobby's, because we're all different individuals. It's not just about money. It could be relationships. It could be your job. It could be something else, something very sentimental to you. But because of problem gambling, now you're having to overcome this loss, or these losses, if that makes sense. Number one, let's get through this real quick. The number one way is, and you already know this, the number one way to overcome gambling addiction losses is obviously to stop gambling altogether. That's a no-brainer. We already know this, but in actuality, right, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. How do you overcome, how do you prevent problems from occurring? You don't step in that direction in the first place. Number 2, should you avoid the pain? Should you avoid the pain of your gambling addiction losses, whatever it may be? Should you avoid? Because avoiding pain is something that many people do. I've come to the realization in my life that I can't run from pain. I have to face pain. I have to look at it, and you have to analyze. If you're not analyzing the pain, where's the pain coming from? You end up putting a Band-Aid on it. The Band-Aid comes off. If you didn't treat the wound, did you really get ahead? Were you able to overcome problem gambling? Number 3, distract your distraction. What's your distraction? Pain, thoughts, conversations with people. Sometimes we end up having conversations with people that are really not healthy at all, especially if we're transitioning out of something. When we're in something, the conversations that we have with people. And I tell you, people can have such destructive conversations, man. It's really, really sad. And we can be ignorant to this, not even be really aware of what we're doing. I talk about this a lot, mind-mouth power connection. You need to explore your gift. You need to know your superpower. You need to know your inner genius. So distract your distraction. How do you distract? There's different ways that you can play a game with yourself. You can, obviously you can use tools. You can have somebody in your life that can help you. You have to find ways. You have to become creative, and you have to learn how to use the resources that you have here. This is number 4. Make more money. It's obvious if you've lost, you have to make more money. You got to find ways to generate even more income from where you were, because now you got to make up. And all things are possible to him that believes. So making money, and you know, if you plan on gambling during the week and you're going to continue losses, you're going to have to make more money. You're going to have to find ways to make more money to feed into that problem. And those are the four simple exercises that you could begin working on right now from right here going forward. Now, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to get ready to do the call to action here. If you enjoyed this short clip, share it with somebody that you care about. Leave a comment below. And if you need some personal help, if you need a coach in your life, obviously you can check me out over at soldiersofselfmastery.com. But I'm going to encourage you, a thumbs up, please, a comment. And if you haven't soldier-scribed to this YouTube station, YouTube TV, Soldiers of Self Mastery YouTube TV, my friend, by all means, soldier-scribe.